Wellness Day, brought to you by the Tourism. Now, we have so much in store for you. Today, the theme that they brought for you is one day can change your life. One day can change your life. So profound. So many of us are weighted down by everything that we're going through. All the heaviness, everything just seems enough. But when you think about it and reduce it to one day can change your life. For me, wellness is so much more than physical, what you eat. It's a balance of everything coming together. Finding that right balance, finding your center. This has been a rough couple of years for many of us. COVID has impacted us, not just physically. Yeah, you feel sick, the mental aspect, the emotional aspect. And that's what wellness is supposed to target. Everything. But before somebody runs off because he has an extremely busy day, I want to pull somebody out. I want you to talk to him. Hear what he has to say. Kyle Mays, you all know who he is. Hey, Kyle. Can you please tell them exactly who you are, although they already know?
Okay. Well, I wear a couple hats today, so welcome again to the beautiful Jamaica Inn here in Ocho Rios. And in fact, we're coming to you live from all over the island today, because that's a big part of what the TEF and our linkages is all about, promoting our health and wellness programs, facilities, our spas, our day spas, our manufacturers, all of those wonderful things that we have here in Jamaica when it comes to wellness, you know. And so yes, I'm the managing director of the Jamaica Inn, but also the chairman of the
celebration of Global Wellness Day. And it's brought to you by the Tourism Linkages Network. That's a division of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. Now, today's theme is one day you can change your life. Simple, but so profound. In one day, you can change your life. Sometimes things feel so heavy, so overwhelming, so big, just enough. But when you strip it down and you simplify it, one day can change your entire life. We have so many great things for you today. But I want you to understand that wellness is not just what you eat. Wellness is not just the exercise that you do, but it's a balance between everything. It's your emotional wellness, your physical wellness, your spiritual wellness. For me, this has been a trying couple of years. COVID has impacted so many of us, and we're just out of sync, off balance. And when that happens, wellness goes through the door. So today we're really going to give you the opportunity in one day to recenter yourself and pull it all in together. But before somebody leaves, I want to grab him. I need him to introduce himself to you, although you already know him. Mr. Kyle Mays.
Good
Now, this is the
morning,
man that's
good
making
morning.
all of this happen.
Well, with a lot of help. Great to have you with us, and welcome again. Good morning from Jamaica Inn here in wonderful, beautiful Ocho Rios. And in fact, we're coming to you from all over the island today. And so I'm wearing the hat, a couple hats today, the managing director of Jamaica Inn, and also the chairman of the TEF, Health and Wellness Linkages, where we're about promoting our wonderful practitioners, our wonderful facilities. We have such beautiful spas. We have our the manufacturers of some wonderful skin and health products, and we have, of course, our wonderful cannabis products here in Jamaica, and so much more. Health and wellness, as you quite rightly said, makes up a lot of various I call them silos in the industry. And so we want to make sure that with our tourism reach, that we are able to help promote all of these wonderful facilities and features and practitioners. And so this a little bit of what we're about, just in a short little summary there. But it's just great to have everybody with us this morning on this very important day.
Extremely important.
And especially these days, after what we've all been through over the last couple of years. And so it's there's no better time for health and wellness. And in fact, our visitors are looking for these type of experiences even more so nowadays, and that's why we have such a great opportunity, and that's why we thought today just to broaden everybody's minds and to open up our opportunities is important. So
Which is amazing, and just
Great.
connecting everybody.
It is.
But
I'm
I
all
want to
about
thank
that.
you for allowing this to happen,
Well,
because
my pleasure.
it is really because of you why this is happening.
Well, I'm going to take full use advantage of it too. So I'll see you on the mat.
Exactly. See you on the mat.
See you soon.
So we all need this de-stressing, just to relax, recenter, refocus. And today's lineup is amazing. We're going to carry all through it. You're going to have yoga. You're going to have cooking demonstrations. You're going to have sound bowl healing. Really interesting. And I'm going to give you a little joke about that one. You're going to have demonstrations with pranayama yoga. So stick with us. But we're going to start off today with somebody who I am so honored to just even be in his presence. When you're around him, you feel instantly calmer. It's very rare that happens, when somebody's energy and aura can calm you. So come with me as I introduce you to Ian Mays. He is amazing. Ian Mayer is going to take you through a series of calming exercises. He's going to bring you down, and he has an interesting name that I want him to explain where that originated. So when I saw his name on the roster for today, I was very curious to know that name and where it originated from. Shashi. Shashi, I need to know, where did that come from?
Well, thank you for your introduction. Shashi is a Sanskrit word. Sanskrit is the sacred language of India. We know a couple Sanskrit words that we're not aware of, that are Sanskrit words, like yoga. And The word that has come into popular English usage is karma. All these are Sanskrit words. Specifically, Shashi was given to me by my Sanskrit master. It means it's one of the names for the full moon. And in Sanskrit there are several names for the moon, but this one is specifically the rabbit in the full moon. In the Eastern traditions, they say a rabbit in the moon. In the West, we say the man in the moon. So Shashi is specifically the rabbit in the moon, in the full moon. So it means brilliance and intelligence and illumination and all these wonderful things. Yeah.
And you're embodying all of that, I am sure.
Hopefully. They say when a master gives you a name, it's not that he thinks you have attained it, it's an aspiration. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
What I find so interesting about you, and I want to point it out, you started being interested in yoga so young.
Yes.
It's not very often that somebody who is 16 years old, teenagers are either they're kicking ball outside and playing cricket,
Yeah.
but you were pulled to yoga from 16.
Yeah, maybe a little younger than that, but it's a long story. I don't think we have time for that here. Jamaican television.
But what I love about
Yes.
that story for you,
Yes.
many people feel that as kids, they don't even know what they want to be. But I find if you are in tune with yourself and what
Yes.
comes naturally to you,
Yes.
what you naturally gravitate towards,
Yeah.
that is your calling in life and that's
Yeah.
your purpose.
But it's not that at 15 I said, this is what I want to do.
no, you didn't know, but you had that natural inclination.
I had a natural appeal to what was happening on the television at that time, so. And it's been a long journey, but that was the beginning. Television, one television station in Jamaica, half-hour yoga program.
Can you imagine that's where it all started?
It started, yes.
But what is the style of yoga you practice now?
Well, we in the modern world, in the world that we might call it westernized yoga, they talk about these different styles with people's name, but there's actually only one yoga, one
That's very
classical yoga. And I teach the yoga according to the teachings of Patanjali. Patanjali is an ancient sage, and he codified all the teachings before him into his modern understanding, modern meaning like 2,000 years ago. And he tells you exactly what is yoga and how you practice yoga, and in the Yoga Sutras. So there are 8 limbs of yoga. What we see most of the time is the asana practice, which is the
Yes.
3rd limb of yoga,
Okay.
of the 8 limbs. So yoga is an all-encompassing practice. So
Something that
Yeah.
people frequently ask me because
Yes.
you have some people who embrace yoga and they love what it stands for.
Yes.
But then you have a lot of people who feel that with the chanting of yoga,
Yes.
that it takes them somewhere they think they should not be going.
yes.
Can people practice yoga without encouraging the chanting, or can it
Well,
be separated?
in my understanding, it cannot be separated. But for each individual, I would never tell them what to do. I will never force anything onto anyone.
Very
You
good.
understand what I'm saying? Because yoga is this wonderful practice that it can accommodate whatever religious or spiritual beliefs and not interfere. It makes you actually more strong within yourself. It can be like a test of
That it does.
of your of your own whatever practice you have,
That it
of how
does.
strong that is. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Beautiful.
So I don't force any dogmas on anyone. I don't force any religious teachings on anyone. Everyone is at their own level,
Come at your own
and
level.
some are open, some are less open. You understand? But I try to accommodate wherever you are in your journey.
So you can take us directly into this class. You're going to lead them for 30 minutes on the mat, and I see you have your students already here,
Yes.
waiting. So I'm going to hand over to you,
Thank you.
and I will be doing it right behind the camera.
Wonderful, wonderful. You're
let's
quite
go.
welcome to join us. Okay.
Wonderful. Oh, the colors are pretty. Very. Oh, that is awesome. I should share the link. Where's my phone?
Yoga is about connecting, about fully connecting into the present. So here, usually we
You can send me the link.
feel grounded in your sitting, No stress in your knees, no stress in your ankles. Your torso is upright. Your shoulder. So create a rhythm of breathing that is comfortable for you. Inhaling and exhaling. Yes. So, continue to relax your shoulders. Continue to relax your face, relax your jaws. Yeah, maybe a soft smile on your face. Yes. And just observe your breath for another minute or so. Just begin to come to this moment, into all the glories of this moment. Many good. Change directions and roll in the other direction. So whatever we do on one side or to one side, we also do on the other side, because we are bilateral symmetrical beings, structurally and even metaphysically.
It takes 10 minutes. Yeah, because we're going to a different location. We're going, yes, 3 different areas we're shooting in.
Dance. Begin to connect from within.
That's my issue. I don't.
Pause here, come to stillness, and we take a couple deep abdominal breaths. So as we inhale, shoulders down from the ears. Yes, good. Inhale back to center. Root in your sitting as you inhale, exhaling to the other side. Good. Your dance, your flow, your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. 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 And energetically, keep the torso lifted. Try just not to collapse under gravity. Inhaling and exhaling. Bend the elbow, bend the elbow a little bit. Yes, so release the shoulders down from the ears. Good. Then inhale back to center. Exhale here. You may create a mudra with the hands. May you interlace the fingers, interlace 3 fingers. Join your index fingers and cross your thumbs at the back and just take a couple of breaths here. Rooted in your spine, shoulders are relaxed. Inhaling, exhaling, lift your sternum towards the sun. Open your throat. Chakra, open your throat, gaze towards your hands. And 5 breaths here. So there's a little suggestion of a back bend in your upper spine. Inhaling and exhaling, gaze towards your hands. And after your 5th breath, inhale back to upright. And the longest exhale of the morning is going to take you into a forward fold. So try to stay rooted in your sitting. As you exhale forward, place your palms on the mat wherever you are. Good. Maybe your forearms can come to the mat. Maybe not. But wherever you are, let your head go. Gaze back towards your navel. Good. And just stay here for maybe 8 breaths or so. Good. Just feel the extension in your spine. Relax your shoulders. Continue to relax. Just release your shoulders down. Sometimes if you turn the palms up, it helps to release the shoulders just a little bit more. Good, and just breathe into that for a few more breaths. Just breathe into that. Feel the transformation taking place. Good. Wonderful. So this is something that anyone can do at home in their mornings before they go to work. It's not complicated, but it creates significant transformation in your whole mind-body complex. Just a couple more breaths. Then exhale completely and use your next inhalation to come up. Use a full inhalation to come up. Your arms and your torso come together. Your arms and your torso come together. Your arms and your torso come together. Inhale and then exhale. Release. And just release that. Doesn't that just feel good? Doesn't that feel good? Good. And then slowly release the posture. Slowly release the posture. Take care of your knees. We don't sit like this every day. Good. And just give ourselves a little massage. Just begin to wake up. You know, we have these long meridians in the inner leg, in the inner thigh. They run from the toes all the way up to our eyes. And on the outside, just beat them, beat them, beat them. Good. Wake up the, you know, so that the prana, the chi can flow, you know. Wake up, wake up. Good. Cup the knees, wake up the synovial fluids. Good. Wake up the ligaments. Good. Those meniscus helps from you. Good. And then just roll the ankles. Roll the ankles. Roll the ankles. We have what we call marma points in Indian medicine, in Ayurvedic medicine. Vital points, a lot of them in the joints and the ankles. So just roll them, flex them, roll them, stretch them and flex them. Good. We are actually toning the nervous system, actually, to an extent that we wouldn't even realize. It seems so simple, but we're really nurturing ourselves to a very great extent. Good. And just shake him out, shake him out, shake him out. Wonderful. Let's move on. Let's move on. So we come to what we call tabletop. So tabletop, so your palms are your shoulder width apart. Your shoulder width apart. And your knees are your hip distance apart. And your feet are straight back behind your thigh. If you look between your legs, you shouldn't see your feet. They should be hidden behind your thighs. Good. And get a sense of grounding in the palms, of rootedness. In every movement in yoga, we move from a sense of rootedness, of connectedness. Good. Spread the fingers. Good. Press into the heels of palms. Press into the fingertips. Good. We have energy centers in our palms, in the center of our palms. Feel as if we are bringing energy up through the earth, into our palms, up our arms, and into our heart center. Feel that connectedness. Yoga is about connection. Good. And then we begin to flow into what we call the cat-cow sequence. So as we inhale, check me out, Isabella. As we inhale, we sink the spine. We stay lifted in the shoulders. We lift the head, open the throat, inhaling. This is the cow position. And as we exhale, press into the palms, keep the shoulders lifted. Crest the spine, suck in the tummy. Bring the navel back toward the spine on the exhale. Inhale, come up. Hollowing the spine, opening the shoulders. Good. Opening the throat, all on your inhalation. And then exhale, cresting the spine, sucking in the tummy. Let the head go, lengthen the back of the neck. Let the head go, Isabella. Let the head go, yes, come. Find your rhythm, your dance. Your dance, dancing with the breath. Dancing with the spine. Inhaling, yes, just find your rhythm. I'm not so important right here now. You're beginning to connect from within. Body, mind connected through the breath, yes. Inhaling up, exhaling down into the cat position, like a cat about to pounce, you know, it's kind of like, yes. But relaxed, yes, flow with the breath, your breath. Good. Couple more times, flow with the breath. Exhaling, sucking in the tummy, cresting the spine, let the head go, let the head go, let the head go. Yes, come back up. Use the full inhalation to come into your cow. Use your full exhalation to get into your cat position. One more time. Flow with the breath. The next time that you come into your cow position, hold for 5 breaths, but look straight ahead. But continue inhaling and exhaling. Continue both inhale and exhale right here. Good. Good. Stay grounded in the palms. Good. Maintain the sense of upliftment in the shoulders, openness in the shoulders. Good. Breathe into that spine. Isn't the spine just loving it? This nourishment. We don't do this every day. So it should feel different. After the 5th breath, exhale into the cat position. Just using the full extent of the exhale to get into the cat position. Pressing the spine, sucking in the tummy, let the head go. Good. And hold here for 5 breaths. Good. No creases in the back of your neck. Chin towards your sternum. Palms pressed. Shoulders remain lifted. Relax the hips. Feel a relaxation in the hips. Give us 5 breaths. Spread the fingers easy. Yes. Ground in the palms. Maintain the sense of rootedness, connectedness. After the 5th breath, inhale back up into your cow position. Using the full extent of the inhalation. Come back up to your cow. Good. And as you exhale, child's pose. Release the hips towards the heels. Let the hands just fall by your sides. Good. Lengthen the spine. Let the head go. Let the head go wherever it goes today. Maybe it touches the mat. Yes. Yes. And just again, just let the shoulders go. And continue the breath. Just feel the transformation beginning to take place. As simple as that. No complications. Just by you allowing. Nothing to be forced. No overexertion. Just you. Maybe, testing your comfort zone a little bit, testing your edges a little bit, but, a mindful adventure into your own practice, into your own well-being, your own possibilities. Not so much me here, yada, 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 okay? It's your thing. This is your practice. Own it. Because you're going to be continuing, hopefully, after today, okay? Just stay here for a couple more breaths and just let that go. Just let everything go. Let the shoulders go, let the hips go, and just breathe into the spine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's come back up to the tabletop position. Use your exhale. When you inhale, come back to your tabletop position. And I know we must be all familiar. We have done at least one downward dog in our life. So, okay, first downward dog of the morning. Take an inhale. Exhale into your downward dog. Lift the hips. Lift the hips. Track the body towards the back. Yes, if possible, ground the heels. Yes. And we may do a little dance, bending alternate, little bicycle, bending alternate knees. Alternate knees, one at a time, easy. Bending, bring the hip with you, then straighten that one, then bring the other hip with you. Good. Maybe you bring the shoulder with you. A little more motion here, Raj. A little more movement. Move it up. Move it up. Activate it. Activate it. Alternate knees bending, dipping, straightening. The other one dipping. Yes. You know, just work with the spine. Begin to, you know, one teacher says romancing the spine. You know, just begin to love your spine. Breathe into the spine. Good. 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 If possible, lift your right leg behind you towards the trees and lengthen the posture. Stay grounded in your palms, yes, but keep the breath flowing. Keep that rhythm of breath going. Good. If possible, open your hips towards your left. Good. If possible, bring your heel towards your hip. So open the hips a little bit more easy. You have young hips. You can open the hips a little bit more towards your left. Towards your left. Your left. Yes. And bring the heel towards your hips. Bring the heel towards your hips. Good. Okay, let's come back to neutral. Come back to downward dog. Take a breath here. Okay, check out side B, the other leg. Stay grounded in the palms. Extend through the left side of the body, all the way from fingertips to your toes. Good. And then open the hips to the right. Good. Stay extension. Maintain the extension. Maintain the breath. So bend the knees a little bit more easy. Heel toward the hips. Heel toward the hip. Yes. And just good. Exhale back down to your downward dog. And since we don't do this every day, just come back to child's pose and give the wrists some love. Turn the wrists, turn them, stretch them, turn them. Yeah, turn them around, whirl them around, flex them, move the wrists, move them, dance. Do a wrist dance, like, you know, the Indian dancing, they have these mudras with the hand. Just wake up the wrists. Good. Just take another breath here and then come back to your downward dog. Inhale, exhale back into your downward dog. We're going to move into a lunge. So inhale back to downward dog. Exhale back. Good. Good. And from here, we have options. We can do either a high lunge or a low lunge. So let's just go for the low lunge today. Shalane, maybe you want to go for the high lunge, but inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot towards your right hand. So low lunge, you plant the left knee and you release the index. This is on your exhalation. Your front leg, ankle to knee 90 degrees. So whatever shuffling you need to do, straight up and down is 90 degrees. Exhale, then inhale, arms and torso come together. Arms and torso come together. Exhale, just a little bit lifting of the sternum, gazing towards the hands, and breathing. 5 breaths. Good. 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Keep the knee tracking inward. Tracking inward. 90 degrees, knees to ankle. Knees to ankle. Right. Exhale down, plant the palms. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step the right leg back. And then lower the body all the way down to the mat. Body all the way down to the mat. Yes. And give us a cobra. Tuck the elbows in, open the shoulders, press into the palms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Give us another one just because you can. Engage the legs, activate the legs. Good, open the shoulders, lift the sternum, exhale, down. Good, next, inhale, come back up through your tabletop position. Exhale back into your downward dog. Take a breath here. Side B, left leg. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step the left leg towards the left hand. Low lunge or high lunge, you have your options. 90 degrees, knees and ankles. Inhale, come up. Using the breath to come up. Flow with the breath. Good, 5 breaths. So back up a little bit off the knee. Yes, yes, and just breathe into that. Breathe into that. Breathe into that. Good. Just feel the nourishment. Good. After your 5th breath, exhale takes you all the way to the mat. All the way to the mat. Ground to the palms. Inhale, lift the sternum, look forward. Exhale, release the left leg back. And release all the way to the mat. Prepare for your cobra or your upward dog, whatever options you have today. Root to rise. Activate the legs. Good, good. Exhale down. Inhale back through your transition through tabletop. and exhale back to downward dog. Wonderful. 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 Let's do warrior, warrior one, warrior one. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step right foot towards right hand. Pivot on your left heel, bring the left heel towards the center line. Orientate your body towards the front square. Inhale, come up, blessed warrior one. Good. 5 breaths, warrior one. Breathe into that. Need to ankle 90 degrees. Yes, working towards making the side parallel with the mat. Good. Shoulders squared. Breathe into that. Shoulders squared. Shoulders squared. Good. Warrior one. And gracefully transition into warrior two. So in warrior two, we make some adjustment with the feet. So you want the heel of the front foot. If there's a line from the heel of your front foot, it goes and intersects, bisects the inner arch of the back leg. This is your warrior two stance. Rounding your feet. Float the arms parallel to the mat. Gaze towards your front middle finger. This is warrior two. Breathe into that. Give me 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Relax the shoulder. No directional thrust. Come back into your equanimity. No, stay where you are, but just come back with this. Yes. Straight up and down. No directional thrust. Straight up and down. Good. Chin is level. Good. Good. Wonderful. Beautiful. From your warrior two, we're going to transition into what we call triangle. So just straighten the front leg. Just lock it out. Tighten it up. Round in your feet. So front foot straight ahead. Front foot straight ahead.
Being guided by a master like Shashi in this yoga practice was such an amazing experience for these people. They felt relaxed. They felt centered. Shashi is truly a master in his field. It's amazing. But so much more for you. We have Daniel Thompson, who is coming with smoothies, detox teas. You can't miss this. Health from the inside out now. Nature My Therapy. Are you ready to see her?
Happy Global Wellness Day. I am Daniel Thompson of Therapy, and I'm so happy to be here greeting you on this wonderful day celebrating health thanks to the Tourism Enhancement Fund. Let's get into the spicy tropical smoothie, perfect for the morning. We're going to be having a celebration of Jamaican fruits and vegetables. We have the all-famous heart-healthy coconut water straight from the nuts. If you need to substitute, you can use coconut milk or water. We also have fresh sun-ripened pineapples and sun-ripened mangoes. We have a really special ingredient today, and it's gonna be featuring the fact that we use peppers. It's gonna be the red bell pepper, sweet pepper, we also call it that, and we're also going to be using Scotch bonnet. And anyone who understands Scotch bonnet understands that this is bringing the heat. So we're doing it Caribbean Jamaican style today. And of course, we know one of the main staples are kale. So we want to get our green, vitamin-rich veggies right here in this nice raw form. So our vegan source of protein today is going to be the hemp heart and our lovely cinnamon powder to help with circulation. So this is a 5-minute smoothie. Pretty much you're just going to start your day off. You can pre-prep and freeze if you want it nice and like a slushie, or just prepare it in 5 minutes, blend, and you're ready to go. So this smoothie is great to kickstart your morning because what it's gonna do is wake up your blood vessels. It's gonna get you right out of bed. This is your coffee replacement if you just want your greens and fruits right away. All our ingredients are local. They're sourced from organic farmers right here in Jamaica, across the island, and that's what we're going to be adding to add nutrients to our body today. So we're gonna start with our mango. This mango is called East Indian mango. It's a favorite on the island. So we want to make sure that we get our 2 cups of mango in, nice and sweet. It's gonna add body and fiber, which is perfect for digestion. The next fruit we're gonna be adding are the pineapples. So these pineapples are a favorite, especially for kids, because it's not only gonna add some liquid, but it's gonna add a nice sweet punch to counteract what we're gonna be adding, which is that special Scotch bonnet pepper. The next ingredient is going to be the bright, fun red. And if you're paying attention, you'll see we're going through the red, green, and gold, which is island style. Our next ingredient is a lovely kale, vitamin K, vitamin C, and tons of fiber. So look at that. This is what we're going to be blending down into an easy to consume smoothie. The next ingredient, as we said, the heart healthy omega-3 rich. Look at that. This is our hemp heart, perfect for digestion. Sprinkle or cinnamon right on top because you can smell it from here. It's excellent. And now we come for the big bad Scotch bonnet pepper. All we're gonna do today is use a sliver. You can of course increase the amount, an inch, if you can add extra spice, if you can handle it. So we're gonna be using the Scotch bonnet pepper. And to make it all go down easy is to wash your heart off, coconut water. Again, you can use coconut cream or coconut milk or water if necessary to prepare this. So let's start blending. Typically, you want to have your fruits frozen overnight to give it a nice slushy finish, but you can also add ice cubes to have that extra water content. So here we are, we're gonna add some ice to our blender. And you can pulse until you find your desired consistency. Everything is ready, and remember, 5 minutes. Awesome, look at that color. So we're gonna add the heat now and pour it out into a cup and we're ready to go. Remember, easy to make, exclude the Scotch bonnet if the kids can't handle the heat. Another alternative is to use any kind of bird pepper, pickled pepper, or more sweet pepper to the mix. All right, so we are complete in under 5 minutes. So we're gonna pour into our wonderful pineapple, a great way to dress the table for festive mornings. And there we go, look at that, excellent. And for fun, we're gonna just dress it up with these, which make excellent fertilizer. And there we go. Here's our Scotch bonnet smoothie. And all we're gonna do is put our sustainable straw in and enjoy. In Jamaica, we like to celebrate our mornings with tea, and herbal teas are especially delicious when they're picked fresh from the garden or conveniently packaged as we do at Therapy. So we're gonna feature lemongrass or fever grass, which is something that helps not only to cool the body down, but helps with digestion, your vitamin C, and picking up recipes, whether it is in the tea or even when you're cooking savory dishes. We have our turmeric, the star of the show, as seen in the turmeric nopal and the ginger. So this is anti-inflammatory. The compounds of the turmeric, the active bioactive ingredients, are what's gonna help your body to assimilate the nutrients and to lower inflammation. It's a booster to your health. If you need an immunity kicker, you also want a hint from the ginger. Jamaica boasts one of the most flavorful and hot gingers in the world, and we celebrate this with ginger tea in the morning. Another favorite locally is anything with chocolate or cacao. We affectionately call it cocoa. So you're gonna actually be having omega-3, omega-6 balanced in your body when you have a filling chocolate tea. Raw and organic is always best, and this allows you to start your morning off on the right foot or after a meal to help with digestion. It's also a lovely palate cleanser, and in times like this where you want to celebrate health and celebrate wellness, you want to have it hot or cold, have plants, celebrate the earth, and remember, compost when you're finished.
nature my therapy. Smoothies, drinks, all natural, healthy. But right now, we're going to take it to Natalie. She's going to be helping us understand the importance of breathing. Believe me, with all the stress that you're under, you want your lungs working, relaxing you. Natalie,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Listen, I want you to speak to everybody about this importance of breathing and what pranayama really is.
Well, I'm sure everybody has observed the effects of what it's like when your breath might be taken away from you. And I think the pandemic really showed people just how important breathing actually is.
It hits close to home for me because I'm actually recovering from COVID and my lungs feel like, help me, Shani. So when I saw what you were pushing and promoting and what pranayama really is, it spoke to me on a very personal level.
I'm sure you're not alone. I think there's a lot of people who are recovering from COVID who are still learning how to reopen their lungs. They might have been in a lot of pain. And breathing is something that you can actually dedicate time just for that. And I think often we overlook the importance of our breath. We take it for granted. It keeps doing it.
We do.
It takes us through life from when we're born until the end, and we take it for granted. But when we spend time actually focusing on our breath, we find that there's so many tools it can help us to do, including bringing us into consciousness with our minds and allowing us to come into our bodies as well.
That is so important because something that I just recently realized, especially going through COVID, everybody thinks breathing, they focus on the inhalation. I didn't realize the exhalation, completely releasing all the air in your lungs, was a true test to know how much damage I could have had from COVID. I kept going to the doctor, I can inhale, I can take it in, I'm okay. And they're saying, Shani, it's about the exhale.
Yeah.
So guiding people through that is so important.
Yeah.
Even with just emotional stress and what breathing does to relax you. Like for me, my mind is busy. I'm constantly going. People are like, Shani, you're so not a yogi. I'm so busy-bodied and loud. But they don't realize the importance of centering yourself, using your breath to control, even if it's just for 5 minutes. We need to control our mind, still our bodies, and that's what you're going to help guide us with.
Yes.
So I'm going to be watching. I'm going
Okay.
to lay out my mat,
Nice.
and you're going to do your thing.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much. Thank you, Shani. Nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Based on what Shani just said, there is another important thing to notice when you are managing the breath. When you begin to control your breath, when you begin to take ownership and responsibility of your breath, you begin to come into your body in a way that you're able to better manage your emotions, you're better able to observe your thoughts, and you're able to introduce engagement with your nervous system. So often when we are stressed, we're caught in a fight or flight. So our body either wants to attack something and fight it or run away from it. And what that can do is leave our nervous system in a state of flux. When we come into our breath, we are forced to take our attention to our breathing and how much we are inhaling and how slowly we can exhale. As Shani said, people tend to focus on the inhale, but when we focus on the exhale, we can really slow down our heart rate. We can have more control. We can trust that we will reach the end of the exhale before we take our next inhale. And that has massive effects on how you approach your daily tasks as well. So I have this lovely model here. Thank you for coming to help me. I'm going to show you 3 basic exercises. One is one you can do in the morning. One is when you can do when you're stressed and you have too much on your nervous system. And the last one is a balancing one. You can do that anywhere. So the first one is an activation of prana. Now, we believe that life force energy, which is closely related to the concept of liberty, belongs in all of us, in all living things. So as you can see, we've got this beautiful scenery around us, we've got plants around us. We're having this very healthy exchange with the trees. What they exhale, we inhale. What we inhale, they exhale. And it's the most healthiest exchanges that we have with nature. So standing with your feet apart, hip distance apart, we're going to just bring that into our bodies. Now, this is a morning routine that is more effective than caffeine, more effective than coffee. So try and do this in the morning instead of reaching for your caffeine and see what happens. You're going to ground down through your heels, through your feet. Just make sure your pelvis is nice and steady over your ankles. I know we're on a little bit of a slope, but you can bury yourself in the sand nice. You're going to observe your spine. So make sure your shoulders are above your pelvis. Tuck your tailbone in slightly so you're nice and long, and really ground down through your feet. You feel nice and secure in your feet. You're going to bring your palms together in front of your body, and when you're ready to inhale, lift your palms up towards the sky. Take a big inhale and expand your lungs. Nice inhale. When you're ready to exhale, you're just going to keep your eyes closed, mouth shut. Exhale everything out of your nostrils. So your mouth is closed, you're exhaling out of your nostrils. And the reason you do that is because it blows everything out of your sinus. If you have come into contact with COVID, there is no scientific evidence, but we can expect that you might be able to flush whatever may have you've come into contact with that day. Inhale, come up. Exhale. And as you throw your hands down, let all the stress from the back of your head, the back of your neck, come through your shoulders, through your arms, through your wrists, and out of your hands. You're taking in the present morning, and you're exhaling the past. And you can do it with a little bit of force. Soften your knees, make sure you're balanced nice and securely. Inhale. Now you might start to think, why am I doing this? Carry on. Keep your eyes closed. This will help your balance. Soften your knees and allow this to begin to guide you into a trance. If you've ever seen a wind turbine on a hill, you know that when energy is moved in and out, especially air, it starts to create energy. That's essentially what you're doing in your body. You're exhaling all the stress, all the past, anything that's happened in the past that you don't want to keep going over. The next one we're going to do is for an exhalation, focusing on the exhale. As Shani said, I'm going to ask you to just kneel on the mat. So when we come onto the mat, we're just going to bring our knees down. And it's similar. Shashi, if you did Shashi's class, he's already opened you up by doing a bit of spine opening. You're going to ground your pelvis down through your knees, find a nice comfortable position. Then you can keep your feet separate or you can bring them together, and you're just going to bring your pelvis down to sit. Nice. Now you're going to just outstretch your hands to wrap around your knees. Nice. And then just bring your shoulders back. So your shoulders above your spine. Nice. That's it. Now tuck your tailbone in slightly so you can feel, that's it. So you can feel a straight spine. Now when you inhale, you're going to be curving your whole body forward. So I'll come ahead of you just so I can demonstrate. I just realized. So when you come in, you're pulling your lower spine back. You're rolling your shoulders forward. You're curving your body. Look down towards your navel. Take a deep inhale here. Pulling your belly in. Then when you're ready, you're going to push your hands on your knees, roll your shoulders back, lift your pelvis up, look up, bring your eyes up, exhale, open your mouth, stick your tongue out and roll your eyes back at the same time. This is called Simhasana. So you open your mouth like that. You inhale, roll your shoulders forward, bring your spine back, come into your belly, take a nice inhale. And when you're ready, pull your lower spine first. You're unraveling your spine. Open up your chest, bring your elbows in, face up, eyes up, open your mouth, stick your tongue out. It's called Simhasana, which means lion pose. And it is similar to a lion when they yawn. Inhale, come in. When you're ready, unravel. Let all of that toxicity, anything you're holding on to, exhale it out. Nice. And then you're just going to come, you can untuck your toes if you want, bring your palms to center and just take a second with your head down just to regulate your nervous system, come back into your body. Nice. You might want to just come into child's pose now if you can. Just come down, let your head touch the mat. You're going to just bring your head in the middle of your knees, just relax down. Now what we're doing here is we're making sure all that energy that we expended out of our bodies, we're recalibrating and restoring. That is what yoga's all about. It's not about pushing yourself harder than you can do. Anybody can do it. Anyone going through any different emotional difficulties can do it as well. You take it at your own pace. You do not push yourself. When you're ready, bring your hands either side of your face and just gently unravel your spine to come back up to a sitting position. I'll just get rid of some of the sand. Okay, the last one we're going to do is Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is about balancing your feminine energy and your lunar, which is your lunar energy, and your solar energy, which is your masculine energy. We all have both. We all have both within us, and it's about just balancing them and harmonizing them within our body. We both have the sun and the moon. We have an inhale and an exhale. We have blood going to our heart and blood coming away from our heart. We have things coming up our bodies and we have energy flowing down our bodies. So this is an exercise that's just going to harmonize and balance all of that. I recommend that you do this one whenever you're feeling anxiety, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, especially if you need to sleep and you need to just calm down. So the first thing we're going to do is sit on our mats with our legs crossed. It's very sandy. Just get all up in it and then we'll have a shower after. And this is really good to do by the sea. It's just perfect because the tides are an example of how so much around us is guided by the moon and the sun. The pull between the sun and the moon literally create waves. We have this energy flowing within us, and so we're going to take time to balance it. I'm going to ask you to bring your 2 fingers together like this. Your thumb and your ring finger are going to be your levers. Okay, you're going to put your 2 fingers in the center of your forehead like this. And just rest there, okay? You got that bit. The first thing you're going to do is put your thumb down on your right nostril first. So put your thumb down on your right nostril. Now take an inhale through your left nostril. Once you reach the top of that inhale, bring your ring finger down, close your left nostril, lift up your thumb, exhale out of your right nostril. All the way out, push the air out. Now you take an inhale on your right nostril. Thumb down, ring finger up, exhale slowly out your left nostril. Nice and slow, come into your breath. Now your 2 fingers are on the center of your forehead, regulating your brain. Inhale left. Ring finger down, close your left nostril, open up your right nostril, exhale right. And what you're doing with this exercise is coming into your body, taking your time. Imagine you are stepping into the breath. Inhale right. Thumb down, ring finger up, exhale left. Everything's moving, but you are still. Inhale left. Switch your fingers, exhale right. Inhale right. Switch your fingers, exhale left. We're going to do the last one now. Inhale left. Switch your fingers, exhale right. Inhale right. Switch your fingers, exhale left. Now when you reach the end of that exhale, you're just going to bring your palms together in front of your body. Take a second. Now before we close, just slow your breathing right down. However you're breathing right now, I guarantee you can go slower than that. Inhale gently. Invite oxygen into your lungs. 2, 3. Slowly fill it up. Keep expanding. You can take more air than you think. And when you're ready to exhale, gently, slowly deflate. Slowly deflate. Relax your legs. Relax your face.
I am just going to join you right here. Natalie, I want to take you home with me. I think I should do this with you every night to sleep really, really well.
It does improve sleep, yeah.
This was amazing to show how we really don't take the time to breathe. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we've helped you with breathing. We've helped you with flexibility. Now we're going to help you cleanse from the inside. Sharon Fiani from Shakti, she's going to show you how to cook raw. Actually cooked. Because some of us go, I don't eat raw food, but I have to cook my food. She's going to give you options, both. So stay tuned for it.
Namaste, I'm Sharon Fiani, author of the Live Fit Kitchen Cookbook, 100 delicious, simple recipes to help you to live fit, live life, live love. I'm so thrilled to be here on Global Wellness Day and to be part of the Tourism Enhancement Fund and desire to share Jamaican wellness with the world. Today I'm going to be creating for you simple sesame snapper, my family's favorite recipe, and I'm going to be pairing it with a kale power salad with plantain, avocado, and roasted nuts and seeds. My cookbook is all about high vitality food. And my philosophy on eating is the 80-10-10 rule. 80% of your plate is plants, 10% is protein, whether that comes from animal sources or beans, and 10% is complex carbohydrates, foods from the earth, and of course, a healthy dose of fats. So today's meal, the sesame snapper paired with this organic kale salad, is a perfect combination for the 80-10-10 rule. I really love to encourage people to eat local and to just change it up a bit. There's so much that we can do with our own food, and it is so much better to eat food from the source with which it was either caught or grown. That way you keep the vitality in the food, the energy in the food, and you get that natural glow from eating and all your health benefits. So today we're going to do simple sesame snapper, emphasis on the simple, all right? Local fish, super easy. So you can use whole snapper. Today I decided to do fillets. Either one is great. The snapper has been washed. We're just gonna pat it dry. Good, get off any moisture. And then we're going to marinate the snapper, ideally for 1 to 2 hours in the fridge with this Asian Jamaican fusion marinade. So this marinade has sesame oil, wheat-free tamari. So you could use soy sauce, but I use wheat-free tamari because I like to stay as gluten-free as possible. There is a little brown sugar in here, ginger, garlic, and of course always a little Scotch bonnet. Ideally you want to marinate the snapper or the chicken or the pork that you're using or the tofu for 1 to 2 hours. Today we're going to be just putting it on and putting it straight into the grill. All right, so beautiful. We have marinated it. You just get your foil ready. This is my family's favorite easy dinner night recipe. So make sure you put all the marinade on. Good. Fold it up into a nice little package. Perfect. I'm going to put it into the grill for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to be topping it with our pineapple cilantro Scotch bonnet salsa. So there are a couple of ways to cook the snapper. You can grill it if you have a griddle pan. Today I'm just putting it in the oven on broil for 15 to 20 minutes. You just want to make sure it's nice and flaky before you take it out. So now while that's cooking, I am going to prepare this delicious protein-packed organic kale power salad. So this kale was actually picked from my organic garden this morning. We are going to be massaging the kale with, again, a super simple dressing, lemon juice, olive oil, salt and pepper. And we are going to top it with roasted plantain from the garden, avocado from the garden, and nuts and seeds. Delicious, protein-packed, filling, and so easy to make. I want to really show you how to treat the kale because it's very precious and it likes to be massaged. So when you do get your kale, you want to make sure to pull the leaves away from the stem. Use your fingers, not a knife, to cut it up, right? You can toss these stems or you can use them in your shakes and smoothies. So just pull them away from the hard stem, right? So that should be enough. And then we're going to pour on the dressing and give the kale a wonderful massage. So simple dressing, again, olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper. That is it. So I'm going to pour this on. And I'm going to use my hands, clean of course, and I am going to give my kale a little massage. So this breaks down the fiber in the kale, so it's more chewable and easily digested. So as you know, kale is protein packed, it's full of nutrients, phytochemicals, vitamins, minerals. It is such a fantastic source of high vitality food in your diet. And in Jamaica now, it is easy to find, easy to grow. It grows abundantly in my backyard. So always pick more kale than you think, because it does shrink once you start to massage it. All right, so I think it's had a pretty adequate massage now. It's nice and soft. I am going to be putting this in my beautiful David Pinto bowl. I just want to give a shout out to David Pinto, a local potter here. And I am going to be putting the kale into my beautiful bowl. And then simply topping it with the roasted plantain. Again, one of Jamaica's favorite, what we call yard foods. This is a complex carbohydrate. This is an excellent source of energy and fuel for your body. And now we're putting on the avocado, such an excellent form of healthy fats. We call avocado pear in Jamaica. Don't ask me why, but delicious on everything. And then roasted nuts and seeds. So this is basically almonds, sliced almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds. So there you have it. It took about 5 minutes for me to put this all together. Your roasted plantain, avocado, nuts and seeds on this brilliant kale salad. All right, our snapper has been in for 15 minutes and it is delicious. One. Now we're going to pair the snapper with this gorgeous kale salad. Beautiful. And then we're going to top our fish with this pineapple salsa. So good. So there you go, the perfect high vitality Caribbean meal for you and for your family. Happy Global Wellness Day. I'm so honored to have spent this day with you. Namaste.
You know what I love about Sharon Fiani? She keeps it so real. Now, sometimes I will not mess with the raw food, but then she went and put it planted in there, she got me. So she finds a really good balance. And not to mention the pineapple salsa, that was all me. But we're going to take it from the nutrition and the nourishment from the inside to energy healing. Now, we're all built from energy. That's what we are. We are energy. So if you think of balancing your life and wellness, we have to address energy. Now, this person that I'm going to introduce to you, she has one of the most interesting ways of balancing your energy with sound bowls. But I'm going to give you a little joke when I first met Pooja. So a friend of ours said, Shani, I know you're stressed out, you're tense, life is hard for you. I'm going to send it to somebody and they're going to sort out your energy. They're going to relax you. So of course I go, thank you, I'm going to go. So I meet Pooja and we're talking. Then she says to me, all right, Shani, so we're going to balance you, we're going to center you. So of course I'm thinking I'm getting a massage because that's the only way I could be centered and relaxed, right? So I'm asking her, okay, so where can I go to get derobed, take off my clothes, because I'm going to lie on a massage table. And Pooja looks at me and went, Shani, I don't do massages. So I'm like, so what do you do? How are you going to relax me? She's like, I deal with energy. That had me in stitches. She uses sound bowls made of crystal. The vibrations of the sound bowl is what helps to balance our energy. But she's going to tell you a little bit more about this. So no, there will be no removal of clothes today to relax. It's the vibrations that's going to calm your soul. So Pooja, I want you to tell us a little bit more about this, please.
So sound healing, it has ancient roots, in all the cultures, and these bowls are made of pure quartz, 99.99% crushed quartz. And what it does, it raises your vibrations. It helps lower your blood pressure, it reduces insomnia, and basically it just entrains your body with positive high vibrational energies. These bowls are infused with precious metals and precious gemstones, and these get amplified when I'm playing the sound bowls.
And now we're at the end of our beautiful celebration of Global Wellness Day, brought to you by the Tourism Linkage Network, a division of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. Now, this was such an amazing day, and of course, it couldn't have been made possible without the Minister of Tourism and his amazing team. The entire Health and Wellness Network made this day possible. Now, the theme was, one day you can change your life. In one day. We don't expect everything to happen all of a sudden, but just focus on that. In one day, you can change your life. We had so many amazing practitioners here today. Pooja with the sound bowls, Sharon Fiani giving you interesting meals that you can make. Natalie, so many people here today just to ensure that you have what it takes to bring wellness into your life. Ian, he gave you yoga. We all brought it here just for you. One day, that's all it takes. Don't stress. Breathe. Center yourself. Start adding just a little bit each day, and it will become more manageable. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for having me, and thank you for watching and actually doing everything here. I'm Shani McGraham Shirley, and it was my honor and my blessing to be here with you. Namaste.